and he's holding back because I wouldn't be surprised before they came in here if Greg said to Dave, I know you've got an aggressive side, I know you've got this, I know you've got that.
Okay.
Now don't keep it under control in there. And I'll guarantee if they weren't one in here, things would be different. They wouldn't stick up for each other as much. I think there'd be a lot more interesting stuff going on because the real Dave would come out and people wouldn't be afraid to say or do or whatever they have to do because you're not jeopardising the other. So you know how I say I get along with people of all sorts, you don't yet?
Yeah.
You may get that one day because I never used to and I just do. The last 5
I may,
years.
but I don't want to think of that right now.
No, you're not ready. But I'm just saying that's how we're different because I can relate to people of all sorts. I can tolerate people of all sorts.
Some traits in you I just find frustrating, Rita. Traits I've never ever encompassed.
Do you know what
before.
I see it as? I see it as traits that you want to have but you will have when you're ready. And it makes you frustrated because you can see that they're traits that you want but you're not ready for it yet. So when someone's trying to put it onto you, that's why it makes you really annoyed.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
I don't know. But that's okay. I've heard you, darling. Oh, people like me. People like me out there, but not so many people like me in here.
Yeah.
It's my friends. I just know because I've got too many of them.
If I was up, then because I just think people would dislike someone else more than they dislike me.
Yeah, exactly. That's all it is.
That's what it is.
Doesn't mean they love you. It just means that they dislike somebody else more or would want them out for another reason. Or, you know what I mean?
For 2 points, I nominate Kate. I nominate Kate because yesterday when I came into the house after Dean was evicted, she looked at me in a way that I felt was a very selfish, surprised look. And that look made me feel really unwanted in the house, particularly by her. And it took me a while to settle down and feel comfortable around the group, but particularly around Kate.
You said an unwanted look.
Like, she looked at me, it was looking
Rita,
at... Pardon?
You need to wait until Big Brother finishes talking.
Sorry.
You said an unwanted look. What does that mean?
It was a look that she felt threatened by me, and I could tell she didn't want me here, and I could tell she was hoping that I was going to go and that Dean was going to stay. For 1 point this week, I nominate Christy for a similar but different reason. When I came back into the house last night and we went outside for a little while, I approached Christy and said to her, Christy, I can't believe I'm still here, and went to grab her hand, and she moved away from me, in an assertive way though, and that made me feel, once again, it made me feel like Christy felt threatened by me, that she didn't want to comfort me.
When you say threatened in what way?
I guess she can probably see that I believe she can see that I'm confident in myself and that I know what I want and I know the type of person that I am, and she's still learning about that, and I feel that's how she feels threatened by me. She didn't want me here. She very much wanted Dean here, and it took her a good hour or so before she even spoke to me after the eviction.
What about that? Very confident nominations there from Rita. Now, since entering the house, that was actually Rita's second chance to nominate, and now it's her intruder mate Melanie's turn to nominate. We all know Melanie's long and lean, but is she a nominating machine?
I don't know who they're attracted to, but I see them only showing that attraction when they're out of here and not doing it in here.
Who? Christy and Greg?
No, Greg and Dave.
Oh, absolutely. They won't do anything in here, and yeah.
And it makes me feel it makes me sense falseness.
Yeah, yes. Like playing the game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
totally.
I see deception.
What I see is that you guys are insecure about who you are and you're learning about who you are. So when someone says something, that's why you get so protective about it, because you're insecure.
Oh, see, there we go again.
Just,
one day, all I've got to say, Melanie, is I'm trying to help you. One day, you're going to look back and go, my gosh, this is that. And I'm only saying it because I've seen it so many times, and walking away is not a good way of dealing either.
Of course. course, if you're going to turn around to me in front of the whole group and call me negative, what do you expect me to do? Go, thanks for that?
I've tried to explain to you.
You haven't even justified it to me. I don't. You can't just.
Can we stop talking about this because it's really doing my head in?
I'm happy to stop it, but Mel keeps going on.
You can't just call someone something and just say that.
All right,
without
Rita,
giving
you
me
can't
reason.
just call someone without saying that, and Mel, that's the way you feel.
Okay.
Yeah.
For 2 points for eviction, I nominate Rita. I find that Rita is not a very good listener. For example, she called me negative and insecure. I asked why. She didn't listen to what I had to say in regards to why I thought I was negative, why I wasn't negative or insecure. She didn't want to listen to that, and in turn, a few housemates and I said that at times Rita can be quite passively aggressive. She didn't want to listen to that either, and it can be quite frustrating when you feel as though somebody isn't listening to you. I feel as though I deserve the respect and that we should have that I should listen to her and she should listen to me relationship. Another reason why it frustrates me is because when you speak to somebody and you feel as though they're not listening to you, you're more inclined to begin to have an argument. I'm not here to argue, and with her I feel like I'm beginning to argue with her. For 1 point for eviction, I nominate the Logans. Last week, Vesna and Dave were having a conversation and it turned into an argument, and to help Vesna and Dave, I thought it would be appropriate for me to try to intervene in the conversation because I felt as though I had a valid point, and Dave quite harshly and quite bluntly turned around to me and said, Mel, keep out of it. This made me feel quite angry. The reason why it made me feel quite angry is because I'd never been spoken to like that by a male before. And not only that, I felt as though he wasn't considering the idea that I might have had something valid to say. Every conversation that Dave's involved in, I feel as though that there is a possibility that if I try to involve myself, he might also, again, shut me down. And that makes me quite mad as well.
Very well presented. Just a point to ponder before we go to the break. Why do people put glasses on to nominate? Anyway, that's 4 nominations down, only 3 to go, plus an all-new nomination twist and a gobsmacking announcement from Big Brother.
Never once I didn't like you, but you get this hookup that I don't.
Of course, if you're going to turn around to me in front of the whole group and call me negative, what do you expect me to do? Go, thanks for that.
Live, where it's all happening, and we've got Dean with us. That looked fantastic, that tap dancing, didn't it?
Great fun.
Was it fun to do?
Yeah, really. There's a lot of downtime in the house, so when you get a challenge like that where you get to learn something and then put it into play, yeah, really good. The spirit of everyone's fantastic.
Did you learn other stuff? I know some people going, no, I've learned about myself, I know I've learned about how to deal with other people. Did you learn anything?
Try to listen a bit more. No, I learned how to play the saxophone a bit, but that's...
yes, we heard
exactly.
you. That's probably a big call to say you
exactly, I was going to say.
That.
Yeah, I guess just that, you know, a lot of people are different and stuff, but more I'd suggest that it's appreciation of what you're missing outside and what you've got outside, and that's what you more think of.
Did you love being in the house?
Loved it. I loved being in there. Laughed so many times. I mean, you guys must be watching so many funny things happen in there, and that's why I think it's just going to keep getting better and better right till the last show.
Cool. All right, now, enough of you, because we've got to find out what Big Brother's tricks are. Because tonight, even the twist is going to get twisted. But before that, we have 3 nominations to go. Tim had a quiet time in the house last week, perhaps shying away from eviction attention. But let's take a look at any events in those 7 days that may impact on his nominations tonight.
I don't want to add to your troubles.